Hey there everyone and welcome to the video. So Volition recently hosted a huge ass Q&A about Saints Row, and today we're just going to go through some of the questions and answer and kind of talk about them. We're going to have the best ones here, I feel, because there's plenty of questions that were answered, and trust me, there's enough for a few parts of this. So if you want any more of these going up, then let me know, because we've got plenty to go through. But before we get into it, I want to say a huge thank you to two groups of people, really. I want to say a huge thank you to Volition. They did this out of the kindness of their own heart. It wasn't a huge marketing scheme. It was just a couple of devs sitting down with the fans, answering questions that people have had burning desires to be answered. So, you know, I think we can at least appreciate them for that. But also, secondly, I want to thank anyone who asked a question. I know that this game is not the easiest topic for some people. I know that a lot of people have some negative thoughts towards it, obviously. But every question you ask and give us more information about actually goes a long way into letting us know what we're in for. And from what I've been seeing, the more we hear about the game, the better it looks. So every question asked is, you know, appreciated. So, yeah, let's get into it. So I'm going to just, you know, read my question here because I was answered first here from T-Raf. So, you know, I appreciate it. Is it Traf? Have I been calling it T-Raf this whole time? Okay. But I asked, what's the craziest customization option you haven't shown off yet? Something that will blow our socks off and back on, since we can do that now. A little socks reference there. So T-Raf put, for me, body hairs. Some real gems in that pool. So I imagine there's going to be some pretty wacky and crazy body hairs. I fear to even imagine what Volition have in store for us, but they haven't shown anything off, so that's pretty cool. Quirk here put, it's all about the combination of things you can do. The cutting edge materials, which are all the animated like wallpaper wrap things, that are pretty cool. It's definitely going to be interesting to look at those. But it says, the cutting edge materials you unlock later in the game allow for some very crazy things. So obviously we all know we can edit like a skin with these weird cutting edge materials. So I'm looking forward to seeing how crazy some of them are, because we've only seen a couple really, and I'm definitely quite excited. So this user here decided to ask, is images design still active to change our character even if we have saved presets? And the answer was, we removed image design along with a requirement to customize only at that location. You can now use the style app on your phone to change anytime, anywhere. So images designed no longer exists. It's no longer here in the reboot. I know some people will be happy about that, some people will be sad. I don't really care, realistically. It was never a store I was particularly fond of. It just kind of served a purpose. You know, it's not like Planet Saints or, you know, Let's Pretend or Branded. It's not a store that you have like, oh man, that's a cool store. It's just like, oh, I have to go there and do this. You know what I mean? So I'm not exactly heartbroken over that. Will there be a way to change the style of clothing item? For example, roll-up sleeve, unbuttoned shirt, etc. Also, can you add logo to clothes? Will there be images? We answered that one already. And is there different fighting styles? And can you move tattoos? We don't feature wear styles for all clothing, but we have some different options for roll-up sleeve or open skirts. So that's pretty interesting. So there's definitely different ways you can wear your clothing. I know hats, I read this somewhere else, but like caps and stuff you can wear backwards, and that's something I know for certain. So taking a little look here. This takes away we have some fun takedowns and melee attacks, but you don't get to choose from different fighting styles. That kind of sucks, but I feel like the takedowns and melee attacks will make up for it in this game. They're not going to be boring like Saints Row the Third from what I've seen. They'll actually be quite interesting, so, you know, I'm not heartbroken about that. And tattoos are slot-based, so you get to pick them as a slot in your body. So in other words, tattoos are exactly what you saw previously in Saints Row. So, I know that people are going to be a little upset about the fighting styles here, but as long as the melee attacks are, you know, that they've got a variety, it's not the biggest deal. Obviously, it'd have been nice to have fighting styles, but, you know, I'm not exactly heartbroken over it.
Hey guys, sorry, but AJ fucked up here. He missed out a really important question, so I'm just going to fill it in on this shitty microphone real quick. So, one of the questions someone asked were, are cheats coming back? And one of the devs says, whilst they're desirable and some people want them, some people don't, they're not in the game at the moment. But that doesn't mean they won't be coming in the future, whether that could be in a patch, whether that could be in some free content. That's, like, not confirmed, but I completely missed out this segment in the video for some reason. I completely forgot to, like, show off that question. I had it on my list of ones I wanted to show as well. In other words, AJ messed up, and it was pretty stupid of him. Anyway, back to the video.
So, Emmy Saints Row Gang asked, is there invisible clothes? Like, can you see through it? Answer, Kev actually wears these kinds of shirts. And they put the finger guns emoji. I'm just gonna Will there be a customization option based on the Saints from the original series? You may find some Easter eggs or shoutouts from the past that hint to previous Saints Row games if you look closely enough. This to me screams, if you played Saints Row 4, you know that you can buy like a Stillwater hoodie, and you can wear a Stillwater hoodie. I think it's going to be like that. I imagine it'll just be like some small references and, maybe an All-Tour shirt here and there. Just stuff that will kind of give us a bit of nostalgia and reference back to the old games. But if people are looking for, like, old Saints Row character, like, branded stuff, I think they're asking too much there. Since we saw customized boats and helicopters in the showcase, how will we be able to customize those? Like, will there be a dock we can bring boats to, and a helipad for choppers, or customize them at any Jim Rob's garage? Answer: they are customizable. The HQ has a boat dock and a helipad. Would be where you soup up your chopper. I don't know why I read that so weird. I don't think I've ever heard that, like, in text form, but it threw me off there. But I mean, it looks like you can kind of customize everything at the HQ. The HQ is really going to just be like a big hub for everything in the game. It kind of reminds me of the AOM, like, big space area when you spawn in, how everything you need is there in that one location. I like that. I like that I don't have to keep heading between places and having to do certain things, because it's going to get quite annoying. So, yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's good to know this HQ is going to kind of just have everything any player would really need. So, obviously, this is quite a big question here, and I know people are going to be happy with this. Can upgrades/mods be taken off guns? You need to toggle the signature abilities for weapons and vehicles, so if you don't want that mod, you wouldn't activate it. So this, to me, seems like you'll be able to switch between certain, like, mods and abilities for certain weapons and vehicles. To say if you have the ejector seat and you wanted nitrous instead, you just simply swap over. So to me, this just screams like you can kind of just switch stuff around. So this one's quite important, to be honest, and I think it's quite a long one, so you have to bear with me here, because I'm awful at reading, if you can't tell. So, I've got a long one. When I was a kid, Saints Row 2 was the first game I ever played that made me cry at the story. It felt amazing to me, and as the games went on, they got sillier. Which I didn't really mind, but I'm wondering if this story will be more of an emotional and serious one. Answer: the story has a lot of emotional twists and turns, and as you would expect, chaotic action. This to me screams, guys, this story is going to have some serious moments mixed with some crazy moments. Now, this reminds me kind of, well, like, Two Story. Now, am I saying it with the same depth? No, I don't think it will. But, I think that while it may not be as fully serious as 2 was, it is quite literally saying that it's going to have twists and turns and emotional moments. Like, it's not, haha, laugh the whole way through like 3. It's emotional moments. That, to me, seems pretty good. Okay, big question. Can we give Snickerdoodle a jumper or a bow tie to wear? Answer: unfortunately, Snickerdoodle is not customizable. I love this idea, though. And I think that I'm going to end off on this one. I don't want this one to be too long, and there's tons of questions, and I want to know if you guys actually want another one of these, because this can be kind of boring, I imagine, but there's lots of information. So, oh look, it's mine. What a surprise. What will the HUD customization be like, if any? Now, I know a lot of people worried about this, so I'm glad I asked it. Answer: the size of HUD elements can be scaled up or down. The reticle sizes and highlight colors can be changed as well. Accessibility means a whole lot to us. Now, I want to focus real quick on HUD elements can be scaled up or down. Now, this isn't outright saying you can turn off things, but I think it's heavily implying that you can kind of just get shit out of the way. If you don't want it there, it can be removed. And I think that with a lot of people worrying about it, that this is quite a good statement. It's not perfect. They don't outright say you can disable everything, but they do, quite frankly, just say the size of HUD elements can be scaled up or down. So even if we can't fully remove health bars, at least that can kind of go. Actually, we'll end off on this one. What kind of trans-friendly customization options are there? Can I freely use different voice options to better represent myself as a trans woman? Answer: nothing is locked by gender, so you can have a more of a feminine voice with any body type, body hair, hairstyles, top and bottoms. It's all accessible to you, which is pretty awesome. Thumbs up from AJ. Anyway, that's all I've really got for you all today. I know that a lot of people think this may be boring. I know to a lot of people they're going to be sitting here going, man, this is quite a lot of text and a lot of reading, but I think there's some genuinely important information in here, and I hope that this has kind of raised your mood. If you want another one of these, let me know. There's plenty of questions. I mean, we aren't even halfway through, and I just picked out the ones that stuck out to me. There's still tons more of bits of information, so thank you all for watching. I hope you did enjoy this, and yeah, I'll catch you soon, guys. Peace out.
Allow me to introduce you to the Fister, a dual fisting, spring-loaded weapon right up your alley.
For everyone who doubted me, I'm gonna fucking do it.